Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So today I heard about some news out of Atlanta, out of the Atlanta area involving students at Emory. Apparently the students there were protesting against the genocide in Gaza. They were calling on their university to divest from genocide. And so they were setting up an encampment on campus. And in response to that, you had police come and raid the encampment. They fired tear gas into the crowd, and they also shot rubber bullets at some of the protesters and forcibly arrested many of the protesters, including a professor at the university. And they're claiming that there were a lot of outside students there and outsiders there trespassing and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to take out time to say that I stand with those students. I support the students around the country who are protesting against the genocide in Gaza. They are doing what their parents are afraid to do. They are doing what the punkified politicians are afraid to do. And I speak out. They are doing what many people should be doing, and that's speaking out and protesting against this genocide that's going on in Gaza. And this is something that our tax dollars are financing. And, you know, while Biden tries to make it seem as if he's somehow concerned about what's happening in Gaza, he signed into law an act that would give more money to the genocide that's going on in Gaza. While they give you this rhetoric about being concerned about civilians, they continue to finance Israel, who is bombing the civilians, bombing the babies, you know, depriving people of basic life necessities. As a result, you have people starving in Gaza. You have people without medicine, people without food, people without the bare necessities. Most of the people that are dying in Gaza are innocent civilians. Most of those innocent civilians are children. And our U.S. tax dollars are financing that genocide. Those punkified politicians are, voted for this stuff. They voted to give Israel more money despite all this stuff that's going on. They can't get together when it comes time to address the issues that are of importance to our community, like the issue of voting rights. There are all these voting rights bills before Congress, but they haven't done anything about them. There's the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, and they have done nothing about that. They have not passed that. But all of a sudden, they can get together to ban an app, TikTok, but they can't get together to address the needs of the people. They can't get together to call for a ceasefire in Gaza, but they can get together to shut down an app which poses absolutely no threat to U.S. security. But this is the Congress of today, and people wonder why many people don't have faith in the electoral process. People wonder why many are disillusioned with this whole political landscape here. And it's just sad, man. The whole situation is sad. It's sad that we have these people that are so weak that they don't have the heart to speak out against what's going on in Gaza. We got all these people making excuses for what's going on in Gaza. We got all these people that are so enslaved to the Democratic Party that they won't dare speak out against injustice because the person committing the injustice is a quote-unquote Democrat. And I just find that to be sickening, man. I find it to be sickening that people are more concerned with getting a 80-plus-year-old white male Democrat reelected than they are concerned with the violence that's going on over there in Gaza, that our tax dollars are sponsoring. The United States is a sponsor of terrorism. And, just to reiterate, man, I have great respect for those students. Much respect for the students that are protesting around the country. They're doing what all of us need to be doing, man. And those police, they need to be held accountable for what they're doing. Firing, rubber bullets at a group of protesters who are not engaged in violence, who are not attacking the police. They're engaged. I mean, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. And from what I read, many of the students that were targeted at Emory are Black students. So we are literally witnessing the intersection between what's happening in Gaza and what's happening in the United States. As people are facing, genocide in Gaza at the hands of Israeli military, Black people here in America are facing violence at the hands of a state, at the hands of the police that are supposed to be there to protect and serve them. So, it's just time for us to unite. It's time for all oppressed people to unite. It's time for us to call for a ceasefire. And it's time for us to be uncommitted when it comes to voting for president of the United States or to vote third party. I had an interesting discussion, with the elder who I have respect for, but I respectfully disagree, with this notion that we have to, vote for a Democrat. I don't want to see Trump elected. I don't want him to be in power and all that kind of stuff, but I also do not want to give a green light to Joe Biden sponsoring genocide in Gaza, because that's essentially what you're doing when you vote for Joe Biden, as long as there are no policy changes with respect to the situation in Gaza. Again, like these little statements here and there about being concerned about civilians, and these little statements here and there that are critical of Benjamin Netanyahu, those statements mean absolutely nothing as long as the United States continues to give billions upon billions of dollars to Israel. It's time for us to divest from the genocide, to defund Israel, and to call for a ceasefire now.